Welcome back to another English lesson. In today's English lesson, we are going to talk about a man named Charlie Kirk, and we are going to try to answer the question, is the United States now closer to another civil war? Last week, this man was murdered, and he was very controversial. Many Americans loved him. Many Americans hated him. Many Americans are paying tribute to his life, while others are saying he got exactly what he deserved. Social media in the United States is going crazy right now. I have many friends who are Republicans. Charlie Kirk was a Republican. They are feeling very sad right now. I have many friends who are Democrats, and some of them are actually happy that this man was killed. He was a Christian. I don't think he liked people who are Muslim. I don't think he liked people who were Jewish. He seemed very nervous of them. He was against immigration. He was against abortion. Those topics alone in the United States will either make people love you or hate you. In total, you will learn 25 new terms you might see on the IELTS or TOEFL exam. Together, we are going to watch a newscast about his murder, and I will come back and teach all of those difficult terms you might see on the IELTS or TOEFL exam, or terms you might want to use in your next English conversation. Before we do that, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, subscribe. That way you will never miss another English lesson. Also, please hit that like button so other English learners can find the channel. It really helps a lot. Thank you so much.
Authorities in Utah are poring over what they call a mountain of evidence against 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, the man authorities say fired that single fatal shot, killing Charlie Kirk. The district attorney saying they hope to file charges by tomorrow, but authorities say they're receiving little help from the suspect who turned himself in Thursday.
He's not cooperating, but all the people around him are cooperating.
English phrasal verbs, these give English learners such a hard time. Well, don't worry. You are going to learn one right now. Poured over. They used it in the newscast, and it means looked at something very carefully. The detectives pored over the photos to find a clue. I am sure you pore over your English notes every day. Do you take notes while you watch these English lessons? I know some people do. Next, they talk about a district attorney. A district attorney is the main lawyer for the government in a city or a county. The district attorney spoke to the news about the case. Now, the man they say killed Charlie Kirk will get a defense attorney. The district attorney and the defense attorney will battle each other in court. A jury will decide if this man actually killed Charlie Kirk or if he is not guilty. But according to the news report, there is a mountain of evidence against this guy. That simply means a lot of proof or facts. Here's a sentence using mountain of evidence. The police had a mountain of evidence against the suspect. Here, the man who is accused of killing Charlie Kirk would be called the suspect. The district attorney will file charges against him. That means to officially say someone broke the law. The district attorney will file charges tomorrow. We have mentioned suspect before. Let's get the official definition. A suspect is a person who may have done something wrong. In the United States, we say people are innocent until they are proven guilty in court. The police questioned the suspect about the robbery. This suspect turned himself in. That means he went to the police to admit or face accusations. Right now, people are accusing him of killing Charlie Kirk. He is having many accusations against him. After 2 days, he turned himself in at the station. In the news report, they said the suspect was not cooperating with the police, but others around him are cooperating. Cooperating means working or helping together. In that picture, you can see it looks like students are cooperating. They are helping each other on a project. Here's a sentence. The students are cooperating to finish the group project.
He's not cooperating, but all the people around him are cooperating.
Utah's governor saying they have interviewed Robinson's roommate, with whom they say he was romantically involved. Authorities say it was his own father who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office after seeing those grainy pictures that were shared with the public.
This man had a roommate. In the news report, they say they were romantically linked or something like that. So yes, they live together. Let's talk about what a roommate is. That is a person you share a room or apartment with. So he had a roommate. They were romantically linked, which is another way to say they were dating. And apparently the roommate is cooperating with the police or the authorities. My roommate and I share the kitchen and the living room. They mentioned some grainy photographs in the news report. That means not clear or smooth, like a low quality photo. The old video was grainy, but you could still see the car. And if you look at that picture, it does look rather old and grainy, but you can see clearly there is a car there.
And according to the New York Times, those images were also recognized by acquaintances of the suspect in a group chat on a messaging app. Several of the group members apparently joking with the alleged shooter about how he resembled the person in the photos. The messages described by the Times reportedly show one user tagging the suspect's username and asking, "Where are you at?" with a skull emoji. Suspect quickly responding that the man in the picture was his doppelganger and that people were trying to get him in trouble.
Acquaintances. Those are people you know a little, but not close friends. We are not close friends, just acquaintances from school. Not easy to say, right? Acquaintances. Have you ever heard, hey, you resemble that famous person? What does it mean if you resemble somebody? It means you look like or was similar to. The new teacher resembled my uncle. And in the picture, you can see that student has his phone out and is looking at a picture of his uncle, and the teacher kind of resembles that person. Skull. Do you know this word? Skull. It's the bones inside your head. There's a picture of a skull right there. The doctor showed a picture of the human skull. Doppelganger. This is a word from German. Sometimes you'll see that A at the end have a couple little dots over it. But since this is an English lesson, we don't have that kind of A in English. I wrote it in the English way, doppelganger. That is a person who looks almost exactly like someone else. She met a stranger who was her doppelganger. Very fun to say, doppelganger.
Law enforcement is now reviewing this video obtained by TMZ, which appears to show the suspect walking towards campus at 8:07 a.m. In another video obtained by TMZ is a man appearing to match the description of the alleged shooter. Police say he appears to walk with a stiff right leg. Law enforcement sources telling us they believe he was hiding his long gun underneath his clothing. Hours later, as Charlie Kirk fired up the crowd, tossing out hats, authorities say the suspect made his way to the roof of a building about 175 yards from the stage and waited out of sight. At 12:22 p.m., investigators say the alleged shooter sprang into that sniper position. A minute later, at 12:23 p.m., Kirk began answering a question about gun violence.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
The suspect taking that single shot and then dropping off the roof. And this morning, tributes are pouring in for Kirk, who turned out millions of young voters for President Trump's re-election campaign and whose ultra-conservative views earned him a massive online following, as well as many detractors.
Obtained, that just means got or received something. He obtained his French passport after living in France for only 2 years. And I guess it is possible to move to France and get a passport within 2 years, but it is not very common. It usually takes 5 to 7 years to get a French passport. Alleged. Alleged. You will hear this a lot when talking about crimes before a trial. Alleged means said to be true, but not proven. The suspect is the alleged killer. The alleged thief denied the accusations. In the newscast, they said he was walking with like a stiff leg. Maybe he was hiding that long rifle in his pants, but stiff means hard to move, not flexible. My neck felt stiff after sleeping on the couch. And it seems as I get older, if my pillow is not perfect, I will wake up with a stiff neck. Very sad getting old. Fired up. Great English phrasal verb to know here. It means very excited or angry. The team was fired up for the championship game. And you can see in the picture, that is the Angolan soccer team, or at least that's what AI thinks the Angolan soccer team might look like. And today I am wearing my Angolan flag tie. I have many students in my classroom who are originally from Angola. Little shout out to anyone who might be watching from Angola. We have a few tiny words in English like get, take, make that can be very hard. They have so many different definitions. Well, this simple little saying here, made their way or made his way, it can be very confusing, but it means went or traveled to a place. He made his way through the crowd to the exit. If I wanted to do an English lesson about the word get, it would probably be several hours long. They mentioned roof in the newscast, but in my classroom, we've been talking about the difference between roof and ceiling, and I thought this might help you as well. The roof is the outside of a building. The ceiling is the top of the inside of a building. Take a look at that picture. The rain hit the roof while we painted the ceiling. Sprang. Love this word, sprang. It's the past tense of like spring. That means jumped or moved quickly. The cat sprang onto the table to catch the toy. Sprang up is an English phrasal verb. You might hear something like, I sprang up out of my chair when I heard the loud noise. They mentioned a sniper in the newscast. There is a picture of a sniper. It is a person who shoots from a hidden place, usually with a long gun, and a sniper usually shoots a target from very far away. The movie showed a sniper watching from the hill. A lot of people are paying tribute to Charlie Kirk. Some people online are paying tribute to Charlie Kirk. I have many friends who have done that. Tributes are actions or words that show respect or thanks. Yeah, my social media is crazy. A lot of my friends are saying they are getting off social media for a little while just because everybody is being so mean to each other. Fans left flowers and tributes at the singer's memorial. Another English phrasal verb here. Native English speakers love to use this. Pour in or pours in. It means comes in quickly and in large amounts. Donations began to pour in after the news story aired. Ultra conservative. When I hear conservative, I think Republican, like Donald Trump's political party. When I hear progressive, that's the opposite. That would be what Democrats are sometimes called, progressives. Well, Charlie Kirk was an ultra conservative. That means having very traditional or strict political or social views. For example, he would have loved to have lived 100 years ago or 200 years ago. He believed the way things were done in the old days were better. A lot of older people in the United States are conservatives or like really, really conservative. You could call them ultra conservatives. Her grandfather is ultra conservative about family rules. And I'm not sure what AI was thinking when they made that picture. I mean, it looks like a family gathering, but almost everybody is dressed alike. Charlie Kirk had a lot of detractors. Detractors are people who criticize or say bad things about someone or something. Despite his detractors, the artist kept painting. I mean, look at this picture here. Whoever this artist is, he has made a lot of people mad. You can see a sign that says, "No talent. Quit now." Oh, that's horrible. Not art. I can't imagine that makes the artist feel very good to have so many detractors. That is it. You made it to the end of another English lesson. Congratulations. If you're looking for more English lessons, right down there is an English lesson I did about Putin launching drones into Poland. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.